Okay, this is our weekly update video. It is currently Sunday, November 8th, 2015. We're going to take a look at the daily charts so we can try to get an idea of what we could expect over the week. First of all, I wanted to bring to your attention here on the euro dollar that we've got this range of consolidation with a couple of different resistance and support levels here. Um, a while back, we had a breakdown here which was a continuation breakout trade to the downside here on the daily chart. This is the daily chart for the euro dollar. But we're just trying to get an idea of what we could potentially expect if prices reaching major support or resistance levels. And at this moment, it does look like the euro dollar could continue a little bit lower. I don't know at what level it's actually going to find some support. Maybe the psychological level. We've got the support here from, let me get this date here. I apologize. This overall support here was March 15th. That was of this year, March 15th, 2015. That's the actual support level here. Whether or not it's actually going to go down there and how fast is a totally different story, and it really is depending on economic data and what we expect with the euro dollar, also the dollar, if there's going to be any possible rate hikes. Now it's determined that after non-farm payroll, everybody's sort of looking at it and thinking that maybe if there is going to be one in 2015, it's going to happen in December. I personally am not really too sure. I'm not totally convinced. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see FOMC in December not raise the rate at all. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, on the dollar Swiss, though, we were doing some analysis over the weekend in a private group. Let me go to the dollar Swiss, and this is what we were talking about here on the dollar Swiss. I'm going to have to tighten up the charts here, but we're looking at a resistance point up here at 1.0191 approximately. And that was the day before the Swiss National Bank pulled the peg on their interest rate. That was the day that it really put a lot of pain on a lot of traders, also a lot of brokerages. Several of them actually went out of business. This was January 15th, 2015. In case you're not too familiar with what happened on that day, you can see that's a massive move. These are all the charts I'm showing you right now. These are all the daily chart. So we're just trying to again get an idea of where we could expect price to go. Now, since that event actually occurred, price has continued to go right back up towards that level where it actually started. And that's not uncommon to see that kind of reaction happen over and over and over again with major events like this. Obviously, it's taken quite some time, but that's where I expect price to sort of stall and find some resistance, maybe for some profit taken. We've got some continuation breakout signal candles, as you can see here, because that same strategy that I use on the 1 hour time frame, which is the continuation breakout trade, I can use it on the daily chart or the 4 hour chart, and very often I want to find the continuation breakout trade on the daily chart and 4 hour chart because it helps me with confirmation of the ones that I find on the 1 hour chart for day trading purposes. I'm always using a 55 pip stop whenever I use that continuation breakout trade on the 1 hour time frame. So this will help us get our expectations in line with reality and what we could potentially expect to see happen here with price and reaching this resistance level. Now, in most cases, it will probably clear and go a little bit further. I also have some projected price targets here that are Fibonacci projection targets. The first one here is at 1.0385. That is a Fibonacci extension target. Again, how long it takes for it to actually reach that level, I'm really not too sure. It really depends on economic data. You know, we're approaching the end of the year pretty soon, and this is, again, the daily chart. It really depends on the activity, the kind of information, economic data, and the expectations of interest rates and things like that over the next couple of months. So let's keep an eye on these levels. Now, going back to the most recent and present events here, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame. And we had non-farm payroll here. And we also talked about this. In the last 10 months, the last reports that we've received, the last non-farm payrolls reports, 10 of them out of the whole year since the beginning of 2015, 6 of them have produced results that were not expected. In other words, below expectations. Only 5 of those non-farm payroll reports ended up producing results that were better than expected. Yet in every case except one, only 1 month, did we see price continue in the direction that it traded outside of, or it moved in that direction as a result of non-farm payroll. In every other event, 9 times out of 10, price went right back up to where it started prior to non-farm payrolls being released. 9 times out of 10 on the euro dollar. We went through this weekend on our private workshop. And again, if you didn't get involved in that one, you're going to get the opportunity to get involved in the next one. But we analyzed and we went back and looked at previous data. We broke down every non-farm payrolls since January 2015. And again, every one of them except one, all of them, at every non-farm payroll report, price went right back to where it started. And that is probably going to happen again. We're expecting. If it doesn't and it continues in the same direction, well, first of all, it's going to most likely move in the continued same direction that we're just looking at on the daily chart, which is to the downside. We've got some major support levels that I showed you, one of them being March 2015 lows. So obviously it has to continue in this trend direction. But as far as the retracement, even if it comes back up to where it started, this is the 1 hour time frame, by the way, the 1 hour time frame for the euro dollar. If price comes back up here to where price opened just before non-farm payrolls was released, it still isn't going to alter or affect that downtrend on the daily chart. So it's something to be expected, but I don't know that for sure it's going to happen. Now, if it continues, I would wait for a possible signal to sell this pair if price starts taking out these lows here. Now, it's going to be a very specific signal. I don't have a signal just yet. Otherwise, if it does bounce and goes back up, I could potentially look for an HL30 sometime, maybe during the Asian session, but most likely during the London session for Monday, November 9th. And I might get an opportunity to trade it back up. Now remember that HL30, it's just a short-term trade. We're just trading off of the previous day's high and low, and it's not in most cases a trending move. It's just a small, our expectations are just that it's going to move in a very relatively tight range, so we're only going to be earning about 20 pips on an HL30 if we do trade something like that off of support. Let's go to the 30-minute time frames. And you can see what I've got set up here so far. We've got this bounce, or possible expected bounce. If price comes back towards Friday's low, it could give us an HL30. I don't have a signal just yet, and I'm not predicting that there is going to be an HL30. It's just a possibility. Because again, if it does continue and starts taking out these lows from Friday, it might turn into maybe another extension of that downtrend, and I want to trade that along with what we see on the daily and 4 hour chart. Again, going back over here to the dollar Swiss, if it does not pop up and continue higher, then we might get an HL30 here too. Friday's high, again, being right there at 1.0075. Well, we need that 10 pip range, so it needs to come up to at least 65 up here to give us a possible HL30. And so I don't have a signal just yet. I don't have any HL30 signals just yet, but I am waiting for them. I will do another update right after the New York trading session on Monday, and we had a great week last week. We're expecting to have another great week. I mean, I really don't anticipate that it's going to really slow down. We have Thanksgiving in the United States in about almost 3 weeks from now. It does slow down a little bit, but we'll talk about that as we approach it. But we do have a bank holiday on Wednesday in the United States. It could be a little bit slower during the U.S. session, but we will be trading during the Asian and London session on that day. So we won't really miss any trades. We're not going to be missing any opportunities. We're going to get as many opportunities as possible. I'm going to be trading around the clock leading up until Thanksgiving, and then doing the same thing right through Christmas, and then which is the 25th celebrated in the United States. You celebrate at different times or different days in other areas, and then we've got New Year's holiday. That obviously the market's going to shut down for that one, but we're going to get as many opportunities as possible. We're going to probably close this month with probably more than what we earned in October, and October was a great trading month. So again, if you want to use the trade copier, it's me trading for you. I execute all these trades personally. I calculate and confirm every one of the signals. And when I execute a trade on my platform, the trade copier will automatically execute the trade into your MetaTrader 4 platform as well. It'll happen, and it'll do the same thing for you even if you're sleeping. And then I manage the trade and I close the trade at the exact profit levels that I'm looking for all of my trades. Each trade, each specific trading technique has a specific target. It's not the same for every technique. For example, the continuation breakout trades, I'm looking for about 55 pips on those when I trade the majors. And then for the HL30, I'm looking for about 20 pips whenever I trade the HL30 on the majors. It varies depending on currency pair. For example, with the continuation breakout trade on the pound yen, very often we can earn up to 250 pips on some of those continuation breakout trades when we get them. As long as you've seen on some of the videos, as long as support or resistance is far enough away to allow us to earn 250 pips. So if we see one of those this week, I'm definitely going to be trading that as well. So good luck trading this week. If you want to get the trade copier, it's not too late to get it installed right away, and you can get the very next trade that I execute. It takes about 10 minutes to install the trade copier. If you need any assistance, I'm also available, or Michael's available to help you with the installation. And again, it takes about 10 minutes or less. It's very easy to do. You can use any size trading account, $100 balance or $200 balance or $1,000 balance or $100,000 balance. It really doesn't matter. And you also can specify the lot sizing, so you can use a micro lot, a standard lot, a mini lot. It's all up to you. It's all customizable inside of the trade copier settings, and we can help you with all of that. Good luck trading this week, and I look forward to trading with you.